My oh my, folks at home, how are we doing? The reality of the situation continues to unfold as we look no further. CD Projekt Red has came out today and a slew of new announcements that'll put you to sleep. And the Cyberpunk shills, the CD Projekt Red shills, the Witcher shills are in love. They can do no wrong. And it really is so incredibly sad. That I know that I can tell you, okay? It is so incredibly sad. It's the saddest that it's ever been. And we are rocking the Cyberpunk shirt, okay? We're rocking the Cyberpunk merch. On this glorious day here, there's been a lot of news today. I guess we decided to cover the wrong thing. Yesterday we talked about Dead Space. Now the floodgates are open. I have no interest in covering that much any further. And it looks exactly how I thought it would look. Prettier graphics, and that's about it. 70 bucks. Okay, you know, do I really want to pay? Do I really want to play Dead Space? Nah, really don't. So I'd rather play the Callisto Protocol. They can keep their Dead Space remake and shove it where the sun doesn't shine, in my opinion, even if it's objectively good. Yeah, there's a new Need for Speed announcement coming on Thursday. We might cover that. But today, the Cyberpunk news is, I thought was going to be the hot topic here. And I guess I was wrong about that. It seemingly is a dead franchise. You know, let's pull up Steam charts here and see how the cookie crumbles. Let me get this Steam charts up. Let's see how many people are playing this on a Tuesday afternoon. Let's see how many people are playing Cyberpunk on a Tuesday afternoon. 80,000, 79,000 people are playing it. Let's see if we can pull it up on the screen here. 79,000 people are playing Cyberpunk 2077. As we are live, folks at home. And I think this is the window we want here. Let's pull this up. And as you can see, it says 79,000 people are playing Cyberpunk 2077 right now. Of course, this is thanks to the new Netflix anime. It's thanks to the new Netflix anime, folks, okay? It's not because of the game, it's because of the anime on Netflix. You know, like, I don't think people understand. It's not because of this miraculous update. It's because of the Netflix hype. It's really that simple. It's because of the Netflix hype. And that's why the boost here is only going to last a couple of more weeks, if I had to guess, as the numbers are decreasing. 79,000 still great, but it's not because of the game, it's because of Netflix.
Phil Drake donated £4.49 through Super Chat. Netflix bought this game back from grave.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate you. Phil Drake popping the cherry here today with a $5 Super Chat. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate that. Phil Drake coming through. Let's get a W in this dead chat for Phil Drake, as he is coming through in the face of adversity to help keep the show afloat, as we are out here, ladies and gentlemen, when no one else would be. So yeah, Netflix is carrying this game. If the Netflix series did not exist, this would probably have maybe 15,000 or 15,000 players, if that. Okay, if that.
Emily the Goof donated $5 through Super Chat. People are pretending they always liked the game because of the cartoon.
Well, it's a weird situation with this game because so many people flip-flop when it benefits their brand. You see what this? It's all horseshit. It's what it is. Emily the Goof coming through. Hell yeah, we appreciate that. Emily the Goof coming through with the 5. But basically, what people think about Cyberpunk is irrelevant because they don't really have an opinion on it. It's basically what Reddit says, the general consensus on the front page of Reddit Gaming or whatever the fuck that shit's called, and they just leech off of that, and they don't have a real opinion. They're not bold enough. They don't have the balls to come out and say what they really feel because, you know, they have, they got G Fuel sponsored. You know, it's all bullshit. This whole platform is total fucking bullshit. Okay, everyone's playing for clout. Everyone's playing for acceptance, validation. You can't ever go against the grain, because you're labeled a troll or a contrarian, you know. But people just flip-flop their opinion on this. And let's look at the numbers here. And I don't know if you can see that on the screen. So in August of 2022, this had 10,000 players. That was the average player, which is still okay, I guess. But clearly nothing, even in June of 2022, 9,000 players on Cyberpunk. That's pretty fucking terrible, because Skyrim has way more, and that game came out in 2011. Oh my god. Holy shit. Netflix really did save the fucking game. My god. Netflix saved single-handedly this fucking game, that cartoon on Netflix. This is crazy. This is insane. So again, and this is kind of the tail end of the surge too. zoom in here. 79,000.
Phil Drake donated £4.49.
Let's get it, Phil Drake!
Give a W in chat for world-class Michael Does Life, always with the facts.
Yeah, well, I mean, we single-handedly put this game down. Didn't want to do it, but we were the only ones that were able to do it, so, you know, I'm not going to say no to an opportunity like that. I had the game literally a week. I wish we could tell the story in a way that's actually digestible and consumable. We would probably have to hire someone to put that together, but
Charlie
I'm fine with doing that. Just gotta find someone to do it. Phil Drake coming through, OG Charlie coming through.
I believe all this hype is massively astroturfed.
Well, here's what they're doing. They're making the mistake. They're already doing this, and I'm going to show you guys this momentarily. We're waiting for people to pile in to actually get going here. But OG Charlie coming through. Hell yeah, by the way, appreciate you. Phil Drake coming through multiple times. They're already making the same mistake. Literally, dead ass, not even kidding. They're already making the same mistake for the sequel. And if I have it pulled up here, which I think I do right here, this is the problem already that we're seeing. So again, they announced the sequel to Cyberpunk 2077. I don't think they're working on it just yet, but this is probably something that's 10 years away, 15 years away, maybe less, I don't know. But code name for our next Cyberpunk game, which will take the Cyberpunk franchise further and continue harnessing the potential of this dark future universe.
Han Solo donated $20 through Super Chat. No notification, WTF.
Well, you're going to have to click on the bell. Ensure you got the bell clicked on because YouTube does not like my channel anymore. So the algorithm got tired of pumping it out, so we have to retrain it, basically. Han Solo, nonetheless, coming through. Make sure to click the bell. Otherwise, you're going to not get notifications. It doesn't push my shit out anymore like it used to. But that's okay. We still push through the face of adversity. And again, look at what they're saying here. They're saying some pretty big, bold stuff here. And there was another one. There was another one that was more detailed. Let's see if we can find it here. Can't find it. Oh God, Phil Drake, baby, let's get it. Remember, for 13 months, holy shit. Yeah, the game will always be trash. Well, it's terrible. I mean, the game was never good, but people want to flip-flop for validation so they can get some subscribers. Like, if I literally came out here and said Cyberpunk is great, literally more people would be inclined to subscribe because that's the general opinion. And when you agree with people in real life, they're more inclined to talk to you. That's really how it is. If I go into a gas station and say this gas station sucks, they're going to tell me to get the fuck out. If I say it's great, they're going to probably love me. That's literally how it works. So you translate the real world to this shit, and you know, people manipulate, people do this, that, and the third, and it is what it is. But I'm looking for a different picture here because I saw something that was, they were like hell-bent on like, this is going to be the game that we promised, sort of weird wording, but I can't seemingly find it here. Maybe they deleted it, and it wasn't photoshopped either. But there was another one of this here that was a little bit more detailed, and I seemingly can't find it. Huh. Well, let's go to this here. Where do we find news? Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know where it's at. I can't find it. Passionate, what does it say? Passionate creators, story-driven. Oh, this is cropped on the screen here. Oh, looks like we fucked something up there. Passionate creators of story-driven role-playing games? Oh God. Where's the role-playing in Cyberpunk? That shit's more like Borderlands than anything, and people love that garbage. I can't stand games like that where you just roam around and shoot enemies nonstop and you watch the health bar deplete on the top of their head. Like, if that's what you're going to do, I'd rather not even have the game exist, you know? It's like, roam to this new location, shoot some enemies with a new gun, and do it for the next 500 hours. Like, I'm not interested in that. That's an assembly line. I'd rather work at the chocolate factory on the assembly line. Dead ass. Because that shit's not fun, it's not engaging, it's not compelling, and hopefully they can figure it out for the sequel. But let's go ahead and watch this video here. I got the Crowbcat video pulled up. I love this fucking video. Crowbcat, he's just one of a kind. Let's see if this is up on the screen. And I'm in this video, and that's not why we're playing it. But I just need to remind people, like, this is a whole fucking... It's a nightmare, and I know people are going to say, oh, this was 2 years ago, Michael. Why are you talking about the game as if it's still the same fucking game, okay? They've added in some dumb features that no one was asking for, and now everyone, because of the new Netflix show, they think it's great, they love it, they're kissing its ass. Who cares? They're fucking chills. The game still sucks. It always will. They're going to seal it off very soon here after that Phantom Pain shit comes out next year, that DLC. And then inevitably, they're going to work on that sequel that they just announced. That'll probably come out at the tail end of this generation, if I had to guess. But let's go ahead and play this. This is just a fucking fantastic video. It encapsulates everything that, and I know you guys have seen this before, but every time I come back to this video, I just get so fucking pissed off. You know what I mean? Because this really killed any sort of excitement I had for gaming going forward. This was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back for me. And, you know, I was looking forward to Starfield because that was kind of going to be Bethesda's moment to save their reputation and say, okay, Fallout 76 maybe wasn't what people wanted or what have you, so let's you know, bring it back. Let's run it back with Starfield and this old school RPG that has depth, meat on the bone. But we're not getting Starfield anytime soon. The game doesn't even exist. It's kind of just like this shit. So we're gonna play this here. I know you guys have seen this a million times, but I mean, this video is just so fucking good. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Yeah, I mean, it's just probably the best video I've ever seen in my life.
CD Projekt Red.
Oh man, they had to bring out Kiana.
They were going on and on about how they'd create this vast open world with a branching storyline.
Oh my god. That's what they were telling Keanu Reeves? They were going on and on and on about how they were, oh my god, they were pumping him up.
Of being there, of walking the streets of the future is really going to be breathtaking.
Oh my god.
This game, it has the potential to be very, very special.
This is going to be an RPG. This is going to be very, very deep and very crunchy and very mechanical.
I can't even continue watching this. It's already just so fucking, it's a fucking looter shooter, dude. They put out a looter shooter. A fucking linear, story-driven looter shooter. Like, that's all this game is. It's literally a fucking looter shooter. Nothing different than Borderlands, dude. Nothing different than Borderlands. This is the same shit as Borderlands. That's all they did. They just made a Borderlands fucking clone and tried to, like, disguise it as this massive RPG that's just gonna wow you for years to come, like Skyrim or fucking Oblivion or fucking Morrowind or some shit like that. But what we got was nothing that people thought this was going to be, or what people believed to be, because, again, it's an action, linear shooter, linear story.
This is the real deal. They really
It's the real deal.
All of it looks absolutely next level.
Cyberpunk 2077 is one of the most anticipated games coming out next year.
And fingers crossed the last E3 we'll see Cyberpunk at.
Damn it. Fingers crossed.
We need to properly go through everything, balance game mechanics, and fix a lot of bugs. A huge world means a huge number of things to iron out, and we will spend the additional time doing exactly that.
Cyberpunk has been delayed once again for the third time Welcome to the next generation of open-world adventure. Immerse yourself in Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh no.
For this December 7th
review
embargo period, I am not allowed to show you my own gameplay footage. I can only use footage provided by CD Projekt Red.
CD Projekt Red wouldn't allow us to use our own recorded gameplay for this review.
Nope. We have our official video review coming with our own footage as soon as we are able to.
All right. Check this out.
Here we go. Oh no. How in any way is this excusable? Oh my god. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh jeez. Look at that. What were they doing? Literally nothing. Oh my god, you got these fucking cubes all throughout the map. Wouldn't surprise me if they're still fucking there. Oh man.
We've greatly enhanced our crowd and community systems to create the most believable city in any open world game to date. The city's streets are bustling with crowds of people from all facets of life, all living their lives within a full day and night cycle.
Why would you say something like that when you know you can't? I mean, I know there's a disclaimer on the fucking... Sad. I mean, it's just not now they have to live up to that because they've already backed themselves in the corner today. They've already done the same thing that they did with this shit. They're already promising crazy things again. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna deliver this time around to fulfill the fantasy and the promise of the world of Night City, and you know, like, fuck off, dude. This game is so fucking terrible, and not because of these bugs. I mean, they still do this too. These NPCs still have no fucking direction, bro. I remember playing patch 1.5. I very seldom go back to this shit because it's a looter shooter. I hate games like that, you know? I mean, look, it might have a story there, but it wasn't promised, you know, to be this linear looter shooter, okay? If they marketed it as that, and, you know, we knew going in that was what the primary focus was going to be, like Mafia 2, where it's like, okay, the open world is just set dressing for the story. You know, okay, we can maybe cut it some slack, but when you try and, like, come out and say we're making this massive RPG that's going to blow you away, and, you know, you're going to have so much fun with it, it's going to be just this unbelievably amazing thing, well, clearly they fumbled the football, to say the least. This is still literally a thing in this game, guys. I know this is old footage and, you know, it's an old video now, but nearly 2 years later, the NPCs still fucking walk like this for the most part. I mean, I don't know if it's that bad now, but I did follow someone to the train station and they still do the exact same thing, and you'll see here in a moment what I'm talking about. Oh no! There will be over 1,000 Cyberpunk 2077 NPCs with daily routines? Oh no! Who said that? Confirmation comes from German Games Star website, which hosted a premium podcast with developers of Cdpr. I'm done. Bro! Oh my god. There's just no way, bro. There's no way. Look at that. I need people to like actually sink their teeth into this shit. Look at what they were promising. Now they have to deliver on Cyberpunk 2. If that comes out in the next 10 to 15 years, they're literally going to have to do everything that they initially set out to do. So now it's even harder to do, because now they're going to actually have to fucking deliver a game that meets the expectations of what all of this was supposed to be initially, you know? Because clearly, you know, you have to seal Cyberpunk off. I mean, they've already done that on last-gen consoles, I believe. It's not getting the Phantom Pain DLC or whatever the fuck it's called, Phantom Liberty shit, whatever that trash is called. Like, it's fine if they wanted to make this linear looter shooter that's focused on the stories and the characters and it's impactful, and it's like, yeah, we get that, but like, bro, at the end of the day, when you're saying shit like this, there comes a certain expectation.
Phil Drake donated £4
Phil Drake is the only one
through Super Chat. Idea is great, but really poor execution, and still the game is boring.
Well, that's the problem with the game. It's not the bugs. It's not any of this shit, really. The game itself is just so fucking boring. The city is just nothing but a shallow, lifeless set dressing for the story. It's like literally like a movie set. It's like literally a movie set. That's the problem with a lot of games. But again, when you come out, look, if I bought Cyberpunk day one and I never read anything up on it and didn't even know what it was, that'd be a little bit of a different story. It could cut them some slack. But when you anticipate this game for literally years and years and years, and they build this thing up and they hire these influencers to come on out and play this game that doesn't, you know, this version of this game that doesn't even exist. A lot of peers, Young Yeah, many other shills. I mean, it just gets so stupid. It gets so ridiculous. I don't know how people can still watch Young Yeah. I don't know how people can still watch a lot of peers. I don't know how people can still like support CDPR after all of this shit. Because it wasn't just like, I mean, this video is 40 minutes long, and a lot of the problems that are still in this video are still present in the fucking game. Like, it's not like they did pull a No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky has been supported for multiple years. And, you know, here's the thing with this fucking game, and I'm in this video saying this because it makes a great point. Like, this was never advertised as a live service game. And there is currently no way to go out and buy this game, a physical copy of this game, on PS5 or Series X. So if you wanted a PS5 physical copy, there isn't, that option is not available. You have to buy the PS4 physical copy and then get on the internet to update it. So it is a live service game in the sense that, like, you need the internet to get the most out of this experience, which shouldn't be the case, but it is. And I know people are going to say, oh my God, Michael, you're still in the dinosaur age. Oh my God, you're just like nitpicking. And it's like, bro, it doesn't say that I need internet on the box, yet I kind of fucking do to have a somewhat ideal experience with this title nearly 2 years later. And even then, it's still not where it needs to be, but, you know.
About the game that you're excited to tell us.
We put so much work into making sure that the city feels the best. We just really wanted to make sure that those people that live in a night city, they're real.
Vince McMahon.
Everyone's just super impressed, and the universal compliment that I'm seeing is that the world of Night City and its outskirts, there's just a beauty to it, a level of attention to detail to it that is seemingly unparalleled. Some people are flat out saying it is the most detailed world they've ever seen in a video game period.
What did, either they're all lying, and they never want to admit that, of course, because, well, that wouldn't look good on them, but either that's the case, Young Yeah, a lot of peers, all these big players, either they're all lying or they're not lying, and CD Projekt Red showed them like a demo version of a game that doesn't even exist, and they built it up just so the impressions could be very, very positive. So they made like this hyper-focused like demo version of the game that was like actually very detailed, and they showed that, but that game doesn't even exist, what they showed them. So it's either one or the other, or maybe it's a mixture of both.
Period.
I'm pretty sure that's still a thing too. Oh Lord. The fucking shadow. This looks like the PC version too. Holy fuck.
When you are in Night City and you're moving around Night City in first person, it's really, really exciting. And it's something that I've not seen before like this in a game. I've not ever really seen this before.
There's no way, dude.
In a game. I've not ever really
There's
seen
no way. Hold on, I gotta add. Look, I'm gonna be dead ass with you. I've never put any serious time into the story because it was so fucking boring. Okay. Is this a part of the story, or is this some like area where you're not supposed to access? Because look, I'll cut them some slack. If this is an area that you're not supposed to access, and I'm assuming it is, maybe it's not, I don't know. It looks like it is though. However, even if it is, what they showed off here is not, I mean, we're going back and forth here and this is ridiculous, folks. Look at this. Bro, come on. Like, I get it, it's concept art and this, that, and the third, but like, dude. Oh, God. Come on, guys. All right, let me see if the chat is answering that question.
Loki donated $2 through Super Chat. Michael loves hating everything and so do his fans.
I don't know what internet you're on. Let me just say this to you. Go to Reddit right now and look at Call of Duty Reddit. Go to Twitter right now and just see what people are tweeting. It's all toxic. It's all negative. So I don't know who you're listening to in terms of positive games impressions, but they don't exist. I have tried deeply to look for them, and they don't exist. People hate everything on the internet. I don't know where you're looking. I'd love to find that version of the internet, but I've never seen it. So singling me out is just, you're basically bullying at this point, because everyone hates everything on the internet. And you don't know or care anyway about the whole backstory with this whole Cyberpunk shit. I was literally out here with the game 1 week early on PS4. IGN didn't even get fucking access like that. We're talking a multi-million-dollar video game conglomerate publication. Like, come on, man. You know? I don't think the game is good. I think as a linear, story-driven experience, I think you could maybe rate it a little higher if you just focus in on that. But again, we're looking at the context here of what was promised and what was, what they were telling us Cyberpunk was going to be, and it still isn't what they promised, and they acknowledge that. That's why today, when they announced the sequel, they basically said we're going to prove everyone wrong, and basically did. I mean, they didn't say it like that, but they sort of did. I can't find it, but there's another. I can't. I just can't, guys. I can't. I'm gonna have to go see a therapist. Oh my God. I wonder if they, I think what I should do is I should try and recreate this video, but I'd have to find someone who knows where these spots are at immediately within the game, and I know there's someone out there that knows exactly where these spots are at, just to see how much of this was actually fixed. Because if there's still shit here in this video that plays out exactly the same as it does in this video, with the latest updates, mind you, that to me is inexcusable, but whatever. Oh my God. Dude, he's lucky. I didn't even see half of this shit, you know what I mean? Shit, had I seen... Oh my God, they still do that shit too. It's fine if they wanted to make this linear looter shooter story-driven experience and that's it, but like that's not what this was advertised as. That's not what was promised, It was supposed to be this big fucking ordeal, and everyone thought it was going to be too, because it's CD Projekt Red, that we came off The Witcher 3. It's like, okay, how can they fumble the football? It's like we got Tom Brady on the fucking team. It's probably going to be a great experience, right? But yeah, they do that. I remember someone told me where this was, and they do that. It's so fucking... Oh my God. Bro, I gotta see that. The guy just fucking disappeared, bro. The guy just fucking disappeared. The guy just fucking disappeared. I need you guys to keep watching this. We're gonna mute this. Look at this. The guy just disappears in front. So the car like comes from outer space and then the guy disappears. Like, you've got to be shitting me, dude. There's no way. Oh my god. That's my favorite spot. They still have not fixed that. They have literally, from when I last played at patch 1.5, that is still not fixed. I guess that's a feature now and everyone loves it. Bro. Oh my god, I hate that. They're all in sync. All the NPCs are in fucking sync. Holy shit, where's this at, dude? No! Oh my god. How can you I tried to find this spot. I tried to recreate the spot on stream, but we didn't have enough help to actually figure out where the fuck this was at. I'm assuming this is fixed, but knowing CD Projekt Red, it's not, because it's like, well, no one's going to go out there and look, so, you know, it doesn't harm the game, you know, I mean... Yeah, they still do this. I recreated this, and as far as patch 1.5 is concerned, they still do this. So a lot of the shit you're seeing here in this video might actually still be in the game, and you could argue it doesn't matter in nitpicking. And it's like, well, I didn't make this video, so this isn't my video. You know, if you want to argue about me nitpicking, it's like, I didn't make this video, guys. You can go to Crowbcat and argue about how he's nitpicking apparently, but cherry picking, you know, the bootlickers for Cdpr will always come up with excuses. But this is, as far as patch 1.5 on PS5 is concerned, this shit's still in the game. They just do circles. Watch this shit. This is still in the game. Dude, even in Watch Dogs Legion, they disappear into the subway system, you know? That's what's supposed to happen, but they still do this. So this was not changed at all. Oh, but Michael, it's not a big deal. It don't make a difference.
Bold statement, but...
Oh my god. Our promise. Look at this. Our promise. Mature RPG for mature up audiences. Realistic and brutal. Set in a rich, futuristic world. Gripping, non-linear story filled with life and detail. Oh my god. Advanced art, and I get it, like, game development is complex, things are going to change, but it was very naive of them to come out and say, our promise. Now with the sequel, they're going to have to look at this chart, and this is going to have to be the mission statement for the sequel. This is going to have to be the mission statement for the sequel when it inevitably comes out in like 10 years from now. They're literally going to have to deliver on all of this. There cannot be next time, you know. With the Cyberpunk sequel, they're going to have to literally look at this and deliver on all of it, because you can't fumble the football again. Not if they want to turn Cyberpunk into this massive Witcher sort of fucking thing where it's like, I mean, it already is pretty fucking big, obviously, but it shouldn't be, you know. Advanced RPG mechanics. Varied selection of different character classes. Giant arsenal of weapons. Oh, that's true, I guess. Upgrades, implants, and cool high-tech toys. Set a new standard in the futuristic RPG genre. Oh my god. Someone will look at this and actually defend it and say it's actually all in the game. Like dead ass. Not in here. No one in here will do that, because everyone in here just... But if we were live on Twitter and had like 20,000 viewers, like dead ass, there'd be someone in the chat saying, oh, they delivered on all of this. What's wrong about this? You know, I'm not even kidding.
If you don't believe me, play our Witcher games. I really promise that we'll deliver a truly
Holy shit, he was young. Dude, he aged like 40 years, dude. This was in 2012.
Futuristic RPG setting totally new standard in the genre, both in terms of the gameplay, but also on the tech side.
They are going to be receiving 30 million PLN, which is roughly $7 million. And their 4 proposals were focused on some very interesting game development goals. Now, the first of which
people
is
are shilling this game, dude. There is
no open world games.
Oh no! Look at this. I mean, oh my god. Could you imagine if this is still not fixed? Like, I honestly wouldn't put it past them. Oh my god. Oh, but Michael, it doesn't matter. He's just cherry picking. Then what does matter? Here we go. Oh my god, this is definitely PS4 footage. Oh my fucking god, dude. I can't. I can't. I can't. Oh my god. I just can't. I can't. I just can't, man. Look at that. Like, how could you? And then you go on Steam and I really want to go off here, but I can't. Look at this shit. Dude.
Cyberpunk 2077 was targeted at release for PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and Stadia. It also was advertised as plays great on Xbox Series X and PS5.
Oh my god.
Get everything you need?
Yeah, about time, Holmes.
Are you very focused on PC and current gen console?
Our full attention is on current gen consoles and
Our full attention is on current gen consoles. This was back in 2018. Our like you know, like I just can't with this shit, bro. Our full attention is on current gen consoles. And then they come out and be like, well, we didn't know. Like, oh, we didn't know it ran like shit. But you know, back in 2018, they literally are saying that their full attention is on current gen consoles. Like, I don't know what they were doing at the office, but they must have been fucking drinking all the time. Like, what were they thinking or doing? I don't understand.
PC.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh man. Oh no. Oh my god.
I'm under fire. Bitch, you about to get skull fucked.
Here we go. I'm coming up in the video. Bro, it still does this shit. Or at least on PS4 it did. It is so fucking bad.
Those of you who are familiar with the way we make games know that we won't ship something with...
Paid Boys Global Communications donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Listen to the Paid Boys podcast on all streaming platforms.
There you go. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate it. Those of you who are familiar with the way we make games know that we won't ship something which is not ready. Guys. What the fuck? Guys. This is before the game came out. And in the first sentence it says that we will not ship something until it's ready, basically. Oh my god, dude.
which is not ready.
And of course, we are looking very closely and optimizing right now the FPS, and we really try to make sure that the game runs as smooth as possible. And at this stage of the production, we are at the moment when we are like optimizing the most and putting lots of work into like finding ways, okay, how to make Night City run really smooth.
We've both just played a 4-hour session of Cyberpunk 2077.
I'm getting to play Cyberpunk 2077 tomorrow.
The three of us just played 4 hours of Cyberpunk each.
A 4-hour full-on experience of the first part of the game.
So here's one picture where they have a bunch of computers just decked out.
First off, wow.
It was fucking awesome.
I'm really excited.
There's so much. There is so much.
Why do you guys watch these people, man?
I was absolutely blown away with the experience.
I had my doubts.
I mean, I get Jeff Keighley, he's a hype man, but like, bro, these other like legit reviewers, like, I can't.
Given the trailer and how good it looked,
this guy knows deep down that he's full of shit in this video.
They have delivered.
Everyone agrees that Cyberpunk 2077 so far is living up to the hype.
Cdpr released the pre-order stats, 8 million copies pre-ordered, but 41% of those pre-order sales came from console gamers who did not really know what this game looked like outside of highly curated videos released specifically from the developer leading up to launch.
We want to continue to give you a closer look at the game running on console. Since going gold, the team at CD Projekt Red has continued to work on Cyberpunk, addressing bugs and glitches, and enhancing the gameplay and graphics. The gameplay you see today already includes a great number of those fixes, as we work towards bringing the best possible experience on December 10th.
Cyberpunk 2077 marries exploration of a vast open world with kinetic combat, story-changing player choices, and robust character development.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Has been taken off the PlayStation Store. You can no longer buy it digitally, and Sony is now officially offering refunds.
Even if you press done, you will find that no results available for Cyberpunk.
Retailers like GameStop and Best Buy are also allowing customers to get refunds.
The console version was not sent to press, and so we didn't really get to see what
Exactly, that's where I come in. The console version was not sent to press. That's why I had the fucking opportunity of a lifetime, literally, to, when the embargo lifted, show it. Because the fucking people at IGN, didn't even get the game on console. Like that's so fucking insane, dude. It's so fucking insane, bro.
Looked like.
CD Projekt Red has officially apologized for not showing the base PS4 and Xbox One versions of Cyberpunk 2077
Wait, they Oh, this is after.
Yeah. Before launch.
We should have paid more attention, making it play better on the PS4 and Xbox One.
There's no way.
What do you want? Supercar? Big house? You want to rule this city? Well, you ain't getting anywhere without an upgrade. You need a softer touch, stronger spine, because taking over Night City ain't gonna be easy.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Hold on.
B, aim for the driver!
Oh my god.
See you in the major leagues, Jack.
There's no way, dude.
Drop that iron. Let's talk.
No, you assholes won't take me alive.
Roma Kamal donated 50 Swedish krona through Super Chat. Alana Pierce doesn't love you, Michael. She never did and she never will.
Well, it is what it is. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate your Roman coming through.
The new game, Cyberpunk 2077, that's getting all the rave, has reportedly been plagued with bugs and crashes.
Everyone who is not willing to wait for updates and want to refund their digital copy can do so by submitting a request.
They literally shipped a live service, always online title. You have to be connected, you have to be committed to downloading updates to fix this game. Because if you don't have internet, you're screwed.
No, there's no way.
Officer wounded.
Oh no.
Spawn behind you, not even around the corner. No, directly behind
Bro.
you.
I want to play that version of the game. Fuck the fixed version. Oh my god. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh my god. I know this is definitely not fixed. Oh, but Michael, who would take a bat and hit the car? You know, like, it's these bootlickers that excuse this shit, like, oh, this is just a big cherry picking video. You know, that's what they say. Oh, none of this has a tangible impact on the gameplay experience, Michael. No one's gonna take a bat and hit a car in Cyberpunk. This is just nitpicking. This has a narrative. You know, I already know that's what they just excuse shit. This is a fucking 2004 game, bro. Oh no. There's no way they fixed that. That would require work. Guys, did they fix that? I know they didn't. I know better than that shit. It still looks like this. Oh, there's no way, dude. It's a fucking puppet. Oh no. I can't. We're not even halfway through the fucking video, guys. Like, dude. Oh my god. I can't with this shit, dude. Like, dude, I can't. Bro, I played Red Dead on disc. I never updated Red Dead because I didn't have to. You know? Like, you've got to be fucking kidding me, bro. And there's plenty of games coming to PS4, so if that narrative is still being applied, like, oh, well, you know, it's just outdated hardware, you're just a poor fucking idiot, you know, like, why are you playing this on PS4? It's like, well, why is the new God of War on PS4 coming out, like, fucking later this year? Like, you know, like, games are still coming to PS4 because that's just the way shit is still. And God of War is going to run more than likely just fine on PS4 because they can't afford to fuck that up. So if we're going to excuse this and say, oh, it's just, you know, like, oh, get off the PS4 version, get good, ha ha ha, we're PC Master Race simps. It's like, great, go give NVIDIA fucking $3,000 for the 4090, you know? Jeez.
It's getting embarrassing.
Oh, God. Come on. No. I guarantee if you got Cyberpunk installed on your big rig, try this right now and it still applies. Try this right now and I guarantee you're going to see the exact same thing. Holy shit.
Hear what our community is saying about Rocksmith Plus.
Rocksmith Plus!
The #1 feature sold me on Rocksmith
Oh
Plus
my god, they're
is
hiring
the
people to
variety
show
music
this.
that's
They
gonna
should have called me. I pissed too many people over at Ubisoft off. Oh, they finally fixed that. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh no. There's no way. 2002! Guys, is this I need someone to like test this in real time with me here. I think that'd make for a variant, because I guarantee half of the shit's not even fixed. Oh, but Michael, it doesn't matter. Bro, when I I'm not even gonna get into it. Now, to be fair, let me just to be fair, to be fair here, this may be a bit misleading, because it says GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto 5, came out in 2013, Xbox 360 and PS3. But the footage he's showing here is not from those versions of the game, because there is no first person in that version of the game. As far as I remember, okay, I could be wrong, but as far as I remember, there is no first person in the PS3 and 360 versions of GTA 5. Is that correct? I'll wait for you guys to answer that. Okay, so again, I think this is a little misleading here on Crowbcat's part, because it implies that we're looking at the 360 and PS3 versions of GTA 5, when in reality this is either the PS4 or Xbox One version, because there is no first person in 360 or PS3 versions of the game natively anyway. So I mean, unless I'm wrong. So let me see if anyone in the chat is gonna fill me in here. Yes, okay. Okay, well, yeah, that's a little that's a tad disingenuous there with that. But yeah, the game did come out in 2013, but he's not showing that version of the game. But I guess you had to show this version to actually.
$1.99 through Super Chat. Family Guy M. Joe. Fire.
I don't know what you're saying, but we appreciate it. Family Guy Joe. Okay. But I'm assuming he's showing this version so he can get a close up of the windshield. But it's not that big of a deal. However, that was something that I did notice while watching this video. Holy fuck, it's that good? There's no, dude, they downgraded it. There's no way, guys. Guys, is it that good? It's that good? I don't remember it being that good. Did they downgrade it? Holy shit. There's no way it's that. That's like The Division. Dude! Guys, is GTA 5 that... I gotta watch this. Dude! There's no... Is it that good? Shit, it's over. Oh no. There's no car AI, bro. Like no one does anything because there's no car AI in this game. And it took them 240 it took them till patch 1.5 to do it.
Don't be fooled by foreign propaganda.
Oh my
Excuse
god.
me?
Sorry about this.
This just proves that the hardware is not a limitation. I mean, we're going back in time here and looking at features that were prioritized. I can't with this industry, man. I really can't. Oh my god. This is what I'm talking about, bro. They just added this feature into patch 1.5 that came out earlier this year in February. It literally took them over what, like 200 days? 200, I think 44 days I calculated it. Or maybe 300, I don't know. No, not 300, because 300 a year. 365 a year, right? So 244 days, I believe. It took them 244 days, according to my calculations, it could be a little off, but patch 1.5 came out earlier this year. The game came out on December 10th, 2020. You guys could do the math, but I think it's 244 days. It took them that long just to add in car AI. There was no car AI in the game at all. Like, the cars were on a set track, if that makes any sense. That's why they all just get out. We're not even halfway through this video, dude. Oh my god. And then it cuts to dude, when I saw this, when I watched this for the very first time, I was almost gonna cry. I'm not even kidding. My jaw, dude, I got goosebumps watching this fucking video. Like, when I first watched it, when it first came out, because I knew Crowbcat was gonna make a video. Like, that was the, like, it had to be, it was such a big fucking thing. Like, it's gonna pull Crowbcat out from the fucking cave. To put together this masterpiece. This is fucking fantastic video outside of that thing that I talked about with GTA 5. But with that said, when I first watched this, like, dude, I was about ready to break down. I'm not even kidding, because it's not like no one wanted to hate on fucking CDPR or fucking Cyberpunk, but when you start comparing it to like a Lego fucking game, like, bro, it is just over. You literally have better, more talented people working on a Lego game than whatever the hell's going on over at CD Projekt Red. Oh my god. Look at this, dude! Oh.
No! We got shot!
So fucking good, dude. It'll never get old. Like, playing this, because of the euphoria shit, like, it'll never get old. I hope they never remaster that game, they'll ruin it. GTA 4. Leave it as is, fuck it. Can't make... Oh, hell no. Oh no. Oh no, guys, you guys should replicate that with the patch 1.60. Guys, can you guys please replicate this and let me know if it's still, because I know someone exactly knows where this is. It'd take me like 6 hours to find this place. I can't with this shit, dude.
Phil Drake donated £4.49.
Phil Drake, holy
Super
shit!
Chat. I'd rather play Simpsons Hit and Run than Cyberpunk.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I know we're watching old footage, this video is old, but like, still, the fundamental core aspects of the game have not changed. Like, this narrative that, like, oh yeah, it's so much better now, they have their redemption arc. It's like, where? Like, they did not, just because it came out on Netflix, that anime, now it's popular, like, everyone loves it, like, oh, we're playing it for the first time. It's like, bro, the game is still, it'll never be what they promised. It'll never be as good as people imagined. And you know, that's why today they announced that they're planning a sequel. But now they're going to have to live up to those expectations. And, you know, if they fuck up again, then it's over. Oh, man.
You look like a man who demands. Take it easy, and I'll take you to the safe.
Holy shit, bro. Can't even do this in the new Saints Row. Can't even do this in the new Saints Row. It's over.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really honored to announce that we are working on a Cyberpunk game, but not just a regular Cyberpunk game, on the Cyberpunk game. Imagine a rich and futuristic world with ultra-modern technology,
William Gibson, the godfather of Cyberpunk, as it were, Great Dismal on Twitter, he said that it just looked like GTA 5 with kind of 80s generic Cyberpunk theme slapped over it.
Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather.
No.
Or that thing, that magic.
Oh no.
Keep in mind that what you see here is not final. We just want to give you a glimpse of what will be possible in the released game. What would have happened if we hadn't met with the Militech agent?
Oh no.
Or told Royce about the agent and her plans? Or just decided to buy the bot ourselves? So many options, so many possibilities. And each will have consequences that will ripple through the game world and your story. And that's just one quest.
Yeah, that's just one quest. Yeah, exactly. That is one of the most overstated parts of this game. It is not like that. It is not that interactive. It is not that tree branches type of things where everybody that plays the game is going to have a bit of a different experience.
No.
That's not what this game is.
This will really make each playthrough very unique to players, right? Not only the way you play it, the way you interact with the world, the way you talk to people, all that kind of stuff. Like, if you look at all the little choices that accumulate through the game, no playthrough will basically be like another.
95% of the dialogue options that you get are meaningless.
As you can see, we have many possible options. But in each case, we take a risk. It's our choice if we want to finish her off or spare her. Your Cyberpunk, your rules.
The reality is that if you spare her, nothing happens.
And that was just a glimpse of how complex the branching story in Cyberpunk 2077 can get. Every decision you make will have consequences.
Oh my God!
Your choices will shape how the world
What?
reacts
What
to
were
you
they
and affect
thinking?
your relationships with those around you. One of those relationships is special. Ever heard of Johnny Silverhand?
You're breathtaking.
Cyberpunk 2077
Oh
is set
my
in
God.
Night City. V's current apartment is located
Bro.
inside a mega building, a huge building complex that forms a micro-society of its own.
Your stash is a secure system for storing equipment and can be accessed from all of your available safe houses and vehicles.
All safe houses and vehicles, it says.
Oh man. Oh man. They just now added that earlier this
right
year.
Now, at the moment, we're not planning, for you to buy different apartments because, Cyberpunk's a very story-focused adventure.
This shit is
Cyberpunk
fucking
is an
hilarious,
RPG
dude.
mod.
Look at this. I can't with this. It's like they just restarted development 20 times. Didn't even know what they were making. Lost the plot years ago. Oh, we don't even know what we're making. Oh, we scrapped development. We had to restart it. Jeez. I mean, we'll never know fully, but I guess it doesn't matter at this point.
I can't stress that enough. People have been doubting that, but actually I think in many ways it is more RPG than even Witcher was.
I couldn't even find a
It's more RPG than The Witcher? Okay, I'm fucking done, dude.
way to figure out what level an enemy actually is. So you never know exactly how easy or how difficult a fight is going to be.
My God.
This is an RPG, so before we get into our appearance, we need to define our backstory.
In the deep dive, we can see that the character has 3 sort of origins that we can pick. I mean, what are they and how do they actually affect the gameplay?
Oh, okay.
You're like, yes, let's go.
Yeah, okay. I'll go into my 50-minute answer. Okay, so you actually start off being a completely different person. Now, what is important with that is we actually take that through the whole game, and we did our best in the quest team to support all those 3, I would say, main ways to go through this story. And of course, player can mix and match anytime, any way he really wants. But it's something that we take from the very beginning till the very end.
The life paths have no impact on how any of the story plays out and are all just really short,
Dude!
stilted 20-minute intro sections that all end with the player watching the exact same cutscene no matter what you picked.
Cyberpunk 2077 is slightly shorter than Witcher 3.
I'm glad it didn't come out the way that it wanted, because it would have been boring. This is so much more entertaining.
And looking at the metrics, you see tremendous numbers of people played through that game really far, but never made it to the end. We want you to see this whole story. So we did shorten the main story.
The choices you make will shape your story and determine how events unfold. But not everything in Night City is a matter of life and death. Sometimes it's about style, choosing your look, your ride, your pastime, who's at your side. Choosing how you spend your dirty money.
Great gameplay. Jeez. Oh no. No interiors. No interiors. It is over. It is over, folks. No!
Why would you do that? You're never going to be in a situation where you're like, I need to get in there. I need to get in there. And then you go and you're like, oh, I can't get in there. Because the city is so big. It's overwhelmingly huge.
I honestly don't know if I can finish this video, dude. Like, it is... I don't know how these people still work in the damn company. Bro, like... Oh my god, dude. I mean, I'd hate to work at CD Projekt Red because now they have more pressure to actually deliver on this sequel that's probably not coming out anytime soon. But now they don't have an excuse about last-gen hardware holding them back, you know what I mean? We gotta plug in the battery here. Holy shit, we're losing battery for some reason. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, let me plug this shit in here. We're gonna fucking finish the video. Jeez, this thing's sucking on battery.
Endless possibilities and endless lies.
Endless possibilities, guys. Endless possibilities. Now, this is the PC version too. It says 60 frames, you can tell.
Could always be worse. A big part of our RPG experience is having a world that is interactive.
Having a world? A big part of the RPG... I just have to, like, watch this 100 times to let that sink in, what they were saying.
Could always be worse. A big part of our RPG experience is having a world that is interactive.
Having a world... I got a listening comprehension problem.
Could always be worse. A big part of our RPG experience.
A big part of our RPG experience
is having a world that is interactive.
A big part of our RPG experience is having a world that is interactive. I'm done. I'm fucking done, dude. I can't. Come on. God, this shit pisses me off. It's never not gonna piss me off. But oh my god. Oh no. Bro. This is the fucking PC version too. With I'm assuming some updates applied. It's not like we're looking at fucking... Oh my... Guys, we gotta find this place and see if that still goes to nowhere. Because it probably fucking does. Do you really think CD Projekt Red went in there and said, hey, we're gonna watch this video and fix everything? I would. If I was the head honcho at CD Projekt Red, I'd say, guys, you're gonna have to watch that fucking video and you're gonna have to go in and fix everything. We gotta find this door. Guys, we gotta find this door. Now, you know... No! I can't. Do you really think they fixed that too? The only way they could fix it is that they went through this video and It's like a car mechanic. You have to know what the problem is in order to fix it. So they would have to literally isolate where this is at, and it's probably easy to do. So maybe they did fix this one, but bro. Dude, they should have put it like where you open it up and it says, "We're sorry." You know? Maybe next time. Maybe in 2027. Okay, now, I think, you know, like I said, I'm going to try and... This area, I believe, is kind of off limits to the player. And in order to get there, I don't know if you can get there now. I'm assuming they fixed it totally. But you had to, like, you know, do some weird, like, traversal to get there. So, but maybe it's not. Never mind. I see cars down there. So maybe this is a different area. Never mind. I'm thinking of something else. No, I'm wrong. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of something else here. I mean, unless this is that area, I don't think it is. No, no, this is in the city. Oh, they all disappear. Dude! Oh my God! Look! I want to recreate this right now with the latest update. I don't even know if you can spawn that many cars on the screen. Can you spawn that many cars on the screen? Can you spawn that many cars on the screen? You're gonna have to block the road off. There's no way that damn, that's a lot of fucking cars, dude. There's no, I bet they scaled that back, bro. There's no way that they didn't scale that back. I bet they scaled that back. God damn, that's a lot of cars on the screen, bro. Yeah, it's the PC version, obviously. But, so what happens if there's no way we could replicate this? I guarantee you can't get that many cars on the screen at once. And I'm not talking about mods, we're just talking about the vanilla version of the game. No fucking like extensions or fucking like advancements. If we can replicate this, I'm curious what the hell would happen. Like, you know, because now they've added AI driving, AI car shit in this game with patch 1.5 that came out earlier this year. So now you have to wonder what would they do as opposed to just getting out and crouching. This is so fucking dude, no one at the studio played this shit. They just sat around and they were busy in C++ and that's it. Like, no one looked at it from a consumer perspective. That's the problem with the shit. That's the problem with a lot of devs these days. They don't look at the product from a that's why they hire playtesters to do that for them. They just create. It's like how can you fully assess the situation and understand what's going on if you never take a step back and look at it from a gamer's perspective? If you can't do that, then it's going to fail. I don't know how people, I don't know, I don't get it. The fuck? Bro, it wasn't, holy shit. Oh my God. Oh my God.
A generic ad has morphed into an advertisement specifically tailored to V.
Not even there. Oh.
I'm begging. Let me go. Call the cops. I beg you. You little mo. Mercy.
Life is full of disappointment.
We're just gonna have to recreate this video. It might take months, but you know, because we're at the final locations. I'm just so curious to see what was actually changed. No one's done it. No one's actually done it.
Cyberpunk is a mature, visceral experience, and as such, it will let you explore a variety of different interactions with the game world. And as you just saw, its people.
Oh no. Yeah, they removed him from... The solution to this problem was remove the guy from the wheelchair. So the wheelchair is empty now. It's still there, but it's empty. That was the solution. They just couldn't figure it out, so they just said, let's delete the NPC. And now the wheelchair is empty.
He will shoot.
Oh my fucking God.
things are about to get heated.
Oh no! Look at that! That's amazing! Oh god. There's no way the body disappeared. Guys, we gotta recreate this video, bro, because I have a feeling that they didn't watch this video. Oh god, this sucks.
It looks like the scavengers from earlier are still angry.
What game are they playing here? This is not
Random encounters like these are an example of how your actions directly influence your open world experience. We're currently in Pacific, one of Night City's 6 unique districts. It was designed to be a tourist hotspot within the city. As you can see, this didn't pan out. When uncertainty struck the global economy, investors pulled their funding, leaving most establishments unfinished.
There's no way. No fucking...
Is the city fully explorable or are there restricted areas?
No, we're planning to really create a seamless feeling of a true open world game.
It's one of those...
Why did they run them? Why did they run their mouth like that? That's what caused all of this. Like, they need to stop doing interviews because they're not media trained. You know, when I talked to the EA guy, the senior producer, like, that guy was media trained. You know, he knew how to answer the questions without saying anything. That's you basically have to play politician. Like, I asked him straight up, like, is the new NBA Live on Frostbite? And I didn't get an answer because, you know, couldn't talk about it. So, you know, you can't just, you know, it's just
those places where expectations and reality collide, resulting in a heap of disappointment.
Look at this editing.
Taking a casual stroll here would not be a good idea. A fast motorbike or armor-plated car would be the safer option.
How much customization is there for vehicles, colors, decals, and performance?
Yeah, so while we don't really have that much customization in the game for the cars, what we do have is different variants of cars.
These are for tunes who love the smell of exhaust and the roar of street wildlife. Their powerful engines and exchangeable parts make them perfect for tuning.
You do not really customize them. What you do, you actually own different vehicles that have been already customized, and you can find different vehicles that have been already tuned up, but you do not do it yourself.
Whether it's street racing, running from the NCPD, or just showing off in the streets.
Oh my god. Oh.
Welcome to the city of gold.
There's no way, dude. Oh my god.
2077. Out in the world, if you commit some crimes, if you just suddenly become violent, then people will respond to that. So as an example, you know, the NCPD might start chasing you.
Oh no.
I don't deserve this. Just let me live.
Dannerage donated $10 through
It's
Super
over.
Chat. Hey Michael, you should do a playthrough tonight of Cyberpunk.
Well, I'd love
I'm sure all of us will be there to see same garbage.
Well, I don't really...
It's over.
I'd like to recreate this video.
Lightning showers. Lightning showers.
Dan from LA coming through. I'd like to recreate this video actually with the latest updates installed to see if we can recreate any of this, because I know some of it hasn't been fixed. There's no way. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate it. Dan from LA coming through. I mean, I'm assuming this stuff has been obviously...
No, you will put that away. I got kids, man.
Oh my
god. Always show. Take him out!
They're gonna have to, like, literally deliver on all of this. Like, it's not even funny. No, even Sleeping Dogs does it. What the fuck? There's no way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, we gotta recreate this, dude. There's no way. There's no way, bro. They turned their backs!
And don't do it again.
Bro. You really think they fixed this? God damn, I'm curious.
Is that enough time for the team? Are you guys confident that the game will be ready by then and good to go by April 16th?
Well, that's a bit of a weird question because, I mean, if we wouldn't, then we wouldn't have announced the release date. I guess our studio is one that really puts quality above everything, and it's also reassuring for me as a developer. Like, I know we will not ship this game if it isn't ready by the time we...
Bro!
We decided to ship it.
Yeah, pre-order now.
Based on that legacy of genuine and honest communication, you've trusted us and pre-ordered our game. And despite good reviews on PC, the console version of Cyberpunk 2077 did not meet the quality standard we wanted it to meet. Every change and improvement needed to be tested, and as it turned out, our testing did not show a big part of the issues you experienced while playing the game.
There's been a lot of talk that CD Projekt Red was going to be sued for misrepresentation, and now apparently the one of 4 law firms that was planning to sue CD Projekt Red have actually filed against them.
On behalf of persons or entities who purchased or otherwise acquired publicly traded CD Projekt securities between January 16th, 2020 and December 17th, 2020. Now, does that date, January 16th, ring a bell? It should. January 16th is when CD Projekt put out this statement.
We are currently at a stage where the game is complete and playable, but there's still work to be done. Postponing launch will give us the precious months we need to make the game perfect.
Class action lawsuits against CD Projekt because of deceitful practices that not only fooled customers and media outlets, but also investors.
CD Projekt Red's share price dropped 20%.
I bet they took that out of the game.
Actually, it's worse than
I bet they took that out of the game.
Their share price has dropped over 45% in the last couple of weeks. I'd say that this is a failure of software engineering, but as is so often the case, that also means it's a failure in business terms. With teams crunching for over a year, it's pretty
crunching? They were not crunching. I'm sorry, but like if they were crunching,
to fix both time and scope at the same time, people will be burned out and working less effectively. Anybody that's tried working that hard for that long knows what I'm talking about.
On the project in total, it's between 400 and 500 people, I think, working on it.
So we've got all of those people working on the game. Have you experienced any times of like crunch time, the normal
crunch time?
Yeah, but 100-hour weeks, 60-hour weeks type deal when you end up going through.
We don't really like to talk about it too much because it's a little bit too controversial, and we're more here like to talk about the game and not about like the working life around the game.
We do everything ourselves, so if we suck somewhere, it's on us. It's nobody else to blame. But if it's a success, it's the success of the people and of the teams, and we are. Actually, I am immensely proud of it, and I think the whole team. So there's really nobody telling us what to do.
Thank you so much for coming by. Thanks to you and for pushing our industry forward continually. Guys, give it up. Mark from CD Projekt Red.
So choose the games you want to play. There are worlds to be saved, heroes to be made, and legends to become.
There's no way.
Together.
Oh
Thanks,
my God.
and have a great Easter.
Come touch me like I'm an ordinary man. Have a look in my eyes. I don't need my skin, that is the violent. It's got a gun in his hand, ready to make sense of anyone, anything, anyone, anything, anyone, anything, anyone, anything, anyone, anything. Black hole living in the side of your face, rest a while spinning around you, around you, around you. Blistering sky, blistering sky, blistering sky. Bullets are the beauty of the blistering sky. Bullets are the beauty and I don't know why. Bullets are the beauty of
Oh
the
my God.
blistering sky. Bullets are the beauty and I don't know why.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Personal responsibility, personal responsibility, personal responsibility, personal responsibility.
No.
Personal responsibility, personal responsibility, personal responsibility, personal responsibility, personal responsibility, personal responsibility.
Uninstall. Oh God.
Well, well, looks like fortune favors the stupid, too. Now what?
I'm gonna ask for a refund.
No, there's no way, dude. Damn, almost 10 million views. Holy fuck. Oh my God. Well, let's see how many people are still playing. 79,000. Let's refresh. No, it went down. 73,000. Still way too fucking high. I mean, they literally... Y'all act like it's a different game, but it isn't. And let's go to this here. This is why we're talking about this again. Harnessing the potential of the dark future universe, of this dark future universe. Now again, there was another slide that had a little bit more, it was more of a, I wish I could find it, but I can't find it. They're making like 40 games. Now, from what I've heard, this is going to be, this right here, the next Cyberpunk, is going to be made here in the US and not in Poland, unless I read that wrong. So they have a new studio in Boston or some shit. They're going to make it here. And I'm assuming it's going to be on Unreal Engine 5. So I don't think any of the problems, the technical issues anyway, are going to rear their ugly head here with this when it comes out like 15 years from now or some shit like that. But like I said, I mean, you know, if they want to really harness the potential of this dark universe, this dark future universe, then they're going to have to basically look back at that Our Promise thing and deliver on all of that, because that now expectations are even higher. Like if you're starting to already say this shit again, and that you're going to fulfill the promise of the dark future and shit like that, like I mean, now we're expecting the real game that we were, you know, as you saw in that video, that's the game we want to play. So now they're going to have to deliver. Should have delivered the first time around, but I guess, you know, I guess we just have to play another waiting game. Like, oh, well, we couldn't code what we wanted to code. It took them 2 years to nearly add in, you know, basic fucking features, and they're still updating the game. Like, the game isn't done updating yet. I think, you know, once the Phantom Liberty DLC comes out next year or some shit, the expansion, once that comes out, I think that's really going to be the end of it. But other than that, like, it's just... I mean, you know, it'd be great to play a great Cyberpunk game, but obviously this is far off, bro. I mean, this is so far off, it's not even fucking funny. Then they're making like 5 other Witcher games or some shit like that. Crazy. It's crazy. Well, I mean, if they can deliver, here we go. Never mind. No, I need to find the other slide. Let me see. Pretty sure it was on Reset Era. I'm gonna go find the other slide because it like elaborates more on. Let me see if we can find the other slide here. Here we go. Don't start playing videos. Oh, I can't find it. What the fuck? Maybe they deleted it. Maybe they might have deleted it. I'm not even joking, bro. And I'm not making this shit up either. I think it's deleted. It was from a different Twitter, but it was still CD Projekt Red. If you guys can find it, let me know. I can't find it. Yeah, I can't find it, but it said a little more than what that did. I can't find it. Alrighty, well, that was a journey. It's always fun to watch that video, you know. But, you know, got the Cyberpunk shirt on here too, you know. Maybe I worked on the game secretly. You know, jeez. Yeah, the game has a lot of potential. It'll never see it in its current format or light, so, you know, they do need to seal it off after that Phantom Liberty shit and say, okay, well, you know, maybe next time. Unreal Engine 5, next gen only, but by the time this fucking version, you know, Cyberpunk 2 comes out, there will probably be PS6 and shit. So hopefully it doesn't turn into that weird thing again where it's like the old consoles are holding it back again. It might just happen again. But that shouldn't have been the case anyway. Found the slide? Where did you find it at? Because I know it exists. Where did you find it at? It kind of like says more without saying anything, but I don't know where to find it. Let me type in CD Projekt Red here. It's all over here. Jeez, tons of articles. Yeah, where is the slide? Because that's the only one I'm seeing, and I know there's another one. So let me know where I can find it. I'm not logged into Twitter, so I can't. Wish we could pull it up here. I don't know where it's at. It's just lost, I guess. Here, let's go to the Game Informer here and see if they have that version. I'm trying to find it here real quick. Can't find it. You got the t-shirt? Well, I think it'd be interesting to recreate that video. I think it'd be interesting to play the most up-to-date version, even, you know, on PS5, not even PS4, but PS5, most up-to-date version of Cyberpunk, and recreate the Crowbcat video, recreate those scenes in there to see what, you know, I'm assuming most of it has been reworked, hopefully. But, like, you know, again, it wasn't billed as a live service game. Like, if you can't physically buy a PS5 version of Cyberpunk. It literally does not exist. You can buy the PS4 version, but you don't get the PS5 version automatically without connecting to the internet and downloading that version. So it comes with it, but only if you're on the internet. Like, there's no physical copy with the updates installed already on the disc. And I get it, like, people mainly buy digital now, but, you know, they should have just said, hey, we're making a live service game. Because, I mean, really, when you think about it, how many updates has Cyberpunk had? Too fucking many. It's not a live service game. It's ridiculous. Has anyone found what I'm talking about? Someone said they did, but I don't. If you can point me in the right direction, we can show it here on the. We can show it here on the screen. Cyberpunk Edge Runner brought me back to the game. Yeah, but what? Yeah, the Netflix show, right? Okay, CD Projekt IR Twitter. There we go. I don't even know what that is, but that yeah, I'm gonna find it now because that's where it was. CD Projekt Red IR Twitter. This is it right here. Here, we're gonna pull this up, folks. We're gonna pull this up here unless they deleted it. There it is. Yeah, look, this sounds pretty fucking cocky. Let me pull this shit up here. This sounds cocky, dude. Cyberpunk 2077 sequel that will prove the full power and potential of the Cyberpunk universe. It's like, well, yeah, we fucked up the first time around. We couldn't hit the home run, so now they're already making promises again. Like, you're literally starting to do what you did the first time around. Dead ass. Now they've already set expectations. They've already set expectations incredibly high. I'm not even kidding, just with this little simple statement, even though it says nothing. It's like, it's going to prove to us the full power and potential of the Cyberpunk universe. What does that mean? Well, I think I know what it means, but now they're going to have to deliver on that because, you know, here we are in late 2020, and when the game comes out in, like, what, fucking 2030 or some shit, it better be that fucking Cyberpunk experience that we've been always clamoring for. I think they should just remake Cyberpunk at this point. Just remake it in the Red engine, and who needs a sequel? I mean, but now they've already set expectations that, you know, whether or not they wanted to do that, they've already set expectations because now it's gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna prove to these gamers that we're gonna do it right this time. The full power and potential. What was holding them back to begin with? Just incompetence. That's what it was. It wasn't. If they were crunching, they weren't crunching right. You know? It's like, you can work hard, but if there's no I mean, you can work hard at the gym, but if you're doing it wrong and you're not going to see results, you know, I mean, it's just the way it is. So, I don't know. I just think CDPR is, I mean, unless they hire a totally new team to work on this shit at the Boston studio, apparently that is where they're working on this now. The next iteration of Cyberpunk. Unless they hire a totally new team, I don't see how this is going to be any different. Other than it's in Unreal Engine, assuming. We're assuming it's an Unreal Engine because the new Witcher is going to be an Unreal Engine. So, oh yeah, GTA 6 will kill this, whatever this is, even if it is everything that we think it should be or want it to be or what have you. Like GTA 6, and GTA 6 will be out sooner than this shit. I'm hoping anyway. I'm assuming GTA 6 will be out before Cyberpunk 2. And even so, it's gonna demolish anything that CDPR is gonna put together. I'll tell you that. It's gonna demolish anything that CDPR is gonna put together. Well, they just don't. I don't think they understand how to do it. I think there's actually a problem within the industry of engineers not, like, caring about, or I don't even know how to word it, but I wish Crowbcat made more videos, because there's, you know, he could have made one on Battlefield. I mean, I don't know if there's enough material. I mean, you have to kind of like, the reason why the Crowbcat videos work so well is because he's telling a story and he's not even saying a word. Like, it just fucking, it just, he's so fucking talented. Or if he has a team, I don't know. I mean, you know, you have to find, I don't know how he does what he does, man. Like, I just don't get it. Like, you have to source that footage, and you have to like know what you're looking for, and you have to like go and download all that shit. It just takes so much fucking time. Like, that guy had to spend hours. If he made that video single-handedly, that guy probably spent fucking weeks on that video. You know what I mean? Like, that shit's crazy, because you're gonna have to find the material, you know, the footage to, you know, get all the footage, and then you literally have to tell a story within that timeline that you're working in. It's fucking insane. It's not just like let's trim and split clips, and you know, I mean, that's a fucking talent right there, man. That's a storyteller. That's storytelling. That's what it is. That's why he gets 10 million views. That's why all the videos are fucking, because it's a story within, you know, and people can argue, oh, he's cherry picking, and it's like, well, I mean, every piece of edit is a narrative. I mean, you know, like the Beatles on you know, the Beatles Get Back documentary, they had so much footage that they probably didn't include, you know, to put the Beatles in a good light, because there was already a previous version of that film back in the fucking late 60s, 70s, you know, that showed the Beatles in a negative light. So it really depends on the editor and, you know, the vision that they want to kind of tackle it. And that everything, it's just the way it is. Hell yeah, bro, we appreciate it. First name, last name coming through, 5-month member. No, I don't have that. I can't edit like that, bro. That's some fucking top tier shit, bro. That ain't on my level. I'm too stupid to figure that out. So yeah, I wish he was more active, but you know, because people are saying he's coming back for Saints Row, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's that big of a game. I think Starfield might, I mean, they've already been saying stupid shit like that with Starfield. Todd Howard's running his mouth about, oh, 11/11/2022. Like, you can start finding interviews with Todd Howard where he's like, well, you know, 11/11/2022, Starfield launches. Like, they've already pulled the Cyberpunk with Starfield. I'm going to look this shit up. They have literally already pulled a Cyberpunk with Starfield. It's like no one even, we can't ever get it right, can we? Starfield 11/11/2022. Oh no, Steam News. There's no way. Hold on, I gotta pull this up here. There's no way. Starfield coming this is on the Steam. Oh my god. Announced at the Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase, Starfield arrives exclusively on Xbox Series X and PC in 2023. What the fuck? They updated the article but not the headline? What? That makes no sense. It literally says coming 11/11/2022, and then they updated the fucking text, but they didn't update the headline. Like, I don't understand. Oh god. I don't think this game exists.
First name,
I'm
last
not even
name
kidding.
donated £5 through
Deadass.
Super Chat. Congrats to Sony fans for getting that Horizon remake. They're finally getting that peach fuzz and nose hair they've been waiting for since 2020.
Sony, the PlayStation brand is a sinking ship, because it just isn't as good as it once was. You know, it's really that simple. You know, it's like, hey, this game's coming to PS5. Well, 1 year later, you can play it on PC. Like, to me, that just sucks. Because when you give PC players, and now we're on battery, folks, so, but when you give PC players, you know, a game like Last of Us, like, they're going to ruin it. They're going to throw in stupid mods and just dilutes the experience. Like, it literally compromises the original intent and artistry of the game. I'm not even kidding, bro. I'm not big on mods or, you know, it's like buying an old car from 1969. Like, oh, you put a modern engine in it. Well, it's not that fucking Mustang anymore, is it? No, it's not. I know, unpopular take. Let me look into the Starfield shit some more here, because it's so funny. Why would you come out and say 11/11/2022 when they damn well knew that wasn't going to fucking... They damn well knew that was... Like, they're already starting the same old Cyberpunk fucking way. Why would you... It's like, I don't understand. There's literally a clip of Todd Howard, like, saying he's confident in the release or some shit like that. I'm not even joking, bro. Oh, hell no. Hold on. Bro, look at this. I found it. What does this mean? Todd Howard, the 11/11/2022 Starfield date is in ink, not pencil. And the team is very confident on it, though you can obviously never be absolutely sure. What does that mean, dude? He's contradicting himself under the same fucking sentence. He's like, oh, it's in ink, not pencil. What does that even mean? That means it's set in stone, right? Oh my god, dude. This was on November 9th, 2021. Let's click on this here. Todd Howard making Starfield. There's so much shit on my screen, it's pure AIDS. Let's see where they ask about the release date. This is just so fucking funny. No one's talking about... Here we go. Never mind. Well, I don't know. Can't find it. Where's the quote at? Oh my god. I don't see the quote. Unless I'm an idiot. Control F. Ink. Okay, there it is. Never mind. That's not it. What do you say? Pencil? I don't know. Maybe it's in the inner. I don't know. Oh my god.
Jeffrey Dahmer donated $2 through Super Chat. I wanna eat Dream's chin.
What are you saying, dude? Jeffrey Dahmer coming through? The Milwaukee Cannibal was watching! Could you imagine Jeffrey Dahmer out here? Alright. Well, Starfield doesn't exist. Like, Starfield does not have a release date. It just says 2023. You know? But they were so hell-bent on that 11/11 bullshit that... I mean, I was convinced. I thought, you know what? Okay, if Phil Spencer's in charge, you know, they own them now, and, you know, it's like a big fucking Game Pass game, big holiday season game. You know, and now only Xbox has Scorn. Not that PS5 has anything massively, you know, it's just, this industry is in, and I know we're losing viewers, but it is what it is. We don't have much time left out here anyway, the battery's fucked, but this industry is so, it's just so fucking boring. Like that's what it is. It takes 20 years for one game to come out. Like no one wants to wait that long for one fucking ambitious game that isn't going to deliver. And even if it does deliver, the internet's going to pick it apart regardless. Like, oh, this game's trash, you know. Put on Jeffrey's glasses? No, what do you mean, dude? Will you cover Scorn? Apparently it's boring as fuck. Like, I'm pretty sure there's tons of footage of Scorn out, right? Let me check. Let me check. Scorn. Yeah, there's tons of footage out. 30 minutes. Apparently it looks boring. But I could be wrong. You know, I think it's one of those games. It's on Game Pass day one though, so it's not like, you know, $70 or whatever. But, like, if it's boring, I'm not playing it. I'm sorry. I just don't. I can't. You know. I can't bring myself to play these games. I don't care if they're free. I don't care. Okay. If a game is worth $70, $80, $100, I don't give a fuck. I'll pay it and we'll play it and we'll experience greatness together. I have no problem with that, but just because something's free, it doesn't mean it's necessarily worthwhile. And in the case of Scorn, if it's totally a snooze fest and it's style over substance, like it's got this cool art going for it, like if that's all it has, I don't want to roam around and just like look at weird shit. But you know, again, it's on Game Pass if you have the subscription, and could be a little cool Halloween game to play or something. I don't know, but you know, it's just sad. You know, when these games come to these services, you already know it's going to be more than likely not great. I mean, I'm not saying that's always the case, but you know, you look at Halloween Ends, and I'm going to tell you right here, right now, there's a reason why it's on Peacock day one. Now, last year they had the COVID excuse. This year, they know that this is more than likely going to be critically panned, Halloween Ends. They know that that movie is going to be critically panned, and as such, that's why it's on fucking Peacock day one. Because if it were just in theaters and it gets bad reviews, that could in fact impact how many people go to the theaters to see the last Halloween film within that trilogy. So it's a smart play, but it also says a lot about their confidence, you know, in that fucking movie. It says a lot about how little confidence they have in Halloween Ends. And I've read 2 different endings, and whew, good luck. I mean, I'm going to the theater probably to see it as soon as possible, because I have to get it out of my system. I gotta go see it. But
Chris G donated $1.99 through Super Chat. All I play now is free games, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the most casual gamer. I'm not even a casual gamer anymore. You know. At this point, it's not even a. Like, I don't want to play the new Madden, you know? Used to want to play the new Madden, don't want to play the new Madden, same old shit. There's nothing compelling. Like, what comes out this month? Let's go to the release date calendar. I'll pull this up here. Release date, games, calendar. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the calendar here, because there's a ton of software coming out this month. Like, this is going to be the big month for gaming. And once we pull this up here, let's go to October, and let's see where we stand in terms of what interests world class out here. And there's shit all over the screen, like millions of pop-ups here. Let me close them all before we pull them up here. Okay, so October we have Overwatch 2 that just came out today. I haven't heard a peep about that game, and I don't give 2 fucks anyway. I don't play those games at all. I think I made a video on the first one or some shit, but it was probably for the beta. I don't care. Let It Die, I don't even know what that is. Unless that's that weird fucking... There's no way that's still running, bro. Nier Automata Switch port. No Man's Sky Switch port. Nothing is jumping out here at all. Literally nothing is jumping out here at all. And we're already in October. It's October 4th, and we're already October 13th, and there's still nothing coming out here. Dragon Ball, The Breakers, never heard of it. NHL 23, Nickelodeon Kart Racers. There's Scorn, October 14th, Game Pass Day 1, I believe. A Plague Tale, I thought that was already out. Oh yeah, it is. Ghostbusters. Yeah, I mean, what is this, multiplayer bullshit? Let's click on it. Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. Yeah, that's multiplayer trash, not playing that. Uncharted Legacy Collection on PC. Cringe. Look at this. Shit all over the fucking screen, dude. Well, I thought there was great software coming out this month, but I am yet to be impressed here. What is loading on the fucking page? Vampire Survivors, Gotham Knights. Apparently that's the big one, Gotham Knights. I guess we have to cover that one. Would be dumb not to. And that's open world, and I love to see how terrible these open world games are these days, so we might have to jump in there just to see how fucking generic it can really get at this point. Persona 5 coming to PS5, Series X, Xbox. Is this a new Persona 5 game, or is this... I can't tell. Never got into that shit, so I wouldn't know. Star Ocean, Bayonetta 3, Modern Warfare 2, that's the obviously big one. And then you got RE-verse coming out. Oh, Jesus Christ. They're ending the month with Village? Oh, Lord. Who wants to play that trash? Village DLC Winter's Expansion. I'd rather shoot myself in the face than play that trash. Jesus Christ. I mean, honestly, if you like that Village game, like, I'm glad you do, and I'm kind of envious that you have such low standards, but at the end of the day, that shit was watching paint dry, bro. I hate that fucking game. I hate Village so fucking much. It's so terrible. Dude, you're literally in a Metal Gear at the end of the game. Chris Redfield, Call of Duty mission, night goggles on. It's the stupidest shit you could ever fucking think of. And these stupid Resident Evil fans eat anything up. They just eat anything up. Like, bring this shit back to fucking a grounded level. It's like, okay, there's a virus out there, there's fucking zombies, there's some other creatures as well. Let's contain it within that. Reboot this fucking franchise and do something interesting with it. Because that's the only time, that's only the ever time when Resident Evil is interesting is when they fucking reboot it. You know, Resident Evil 4 grew the franchise to all new heights, and then they rebooted it with Resident Evil 7. Because Resident Evil 6, despite selling very well, I think it's the best-selling Resident Evil title, and the biggest budgeted one, they had to change up the formula again, go first person, and sort of like bring it back to its roots in some areas. And then they went off the rails in Village, where it's like you're in this Metal Gear as Chris Redfield at the end, and you're like just fighting stupid, like it's just the dumbest shit. And people eat it up like, oh, Village is a great title, I love it. It's like, this is not Resident Evil, dude. But hey, if you love it, that's great. I'm glad you do. So yeah, there's nothing in the month of October that interests me. I mean, look, if we have to play Gotham Knights, we'll play that shit. But we'll... oh my God. I don't even know why I have the consoles. At this point, it would probably be smart for me to just sell the consoles, because you still can't find a PS5 in the stores, so I'm sure people are still clamoring for one, especially as the holiday comes around. But I don't know why I have these consoles. They're unplugged. They're literally unplugged. Like, I have no desire to plug them back in. I don't want to sit around and play shit software. I'm sorry. You're going to have to get me there. And want to make me fire up my console. And the only ones that are going to be able to do that is Rockstar at this point. You know what I mean? Whenever GTA 6 comes out in the next 5 to 10 years, I'm assuming within that time range, right? Maybe sooner. But within that time range, I'm going to have to wait that long to want to turn my shit on? Like, that's bullshit. Multi-billion-dollar industry, and there's no software coming out. Oh, Gotham Knights. Like, you can play as Catwoman and look at her ass or some shit. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just fucking stupid. It's dumb. Like, dude, why not make a game where you can play as fucking Heath Ledger the Joker? I'll buy that. Why do we gotta make weird shit? Like, no one cares about, like, playing as Catwoman. Or, like, you know, like, okay, open world superhero game, but you have, like, characters from the Christopher Nolan films or some fucking shit like that. Or, you know, even, like, trash. It's all garbage. I mean, I know that'd be impossible to pull off, but, like, just, even just, like, a generic Joker or something, like a video, like, just, it's terrible, dude. The last game I sat down with and put some serious time into was Red Dead 2. And as such, because I cared so much about it, I have problems with Red Dead 2. Now, they're weird problems, okay? No one else has these problems with this game. But regardless, that was the last game where I sat there and I said, okay, I'm gonna... this game is quality. I can see that it's oozing quality, you know? You can clearly see that people spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into this fucking thing and creating it and assembling it and making sure that it is the best that it can possibly be. You know, from nearly every aspect. Now, I'm not saying it's perfect. I have actually a lot of problems with Red Dead 2, and it's not the same problems that everyone else has. But with that said, I think it's a great starting point for the future of Rockstar games in terms of the detail and things of that nature, in terms of how the systems work and the open world and stuff like that. For Grand Theft Auto 6. And, you know, like I said, if Grand Theft Auto 6 can go above and beyond Red Dead 2, that's fan-fucking-tastic. I'll be there day one. I'll buy the $300 edition. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? If it's quality, I'm there day one. It's really that simple. That's what they need to understand. So, you know, EA wants to do $70 for that Dead Space remake. It brings nothing new to the table. It's the same fucking game. But yeah, prettier graphics, okay, no shit. What else are you gonna do with it? You know, I'd rather support the Callisto Protocol. And I don't even think, you know, to be honest with you, I don't even think that looks all that interesting or riveting or, you know, mind-blowingly new. But, you know, it's not about that. It's more so about the principle behind the fact that it's like these devs are busting their ass, all new team, all new studio rather, full of veterans, and, you know, they're busting their ass to essentially go up against the big fucking juggernaut that is EA. Fuck the Dead Space remake. Why would you support that? I don't understand that mentality. It's like, support the smaller studios. Even if the game is inferior in terms of quality. Fuck, EA doesn't need your money. Like, they're just simply remaking Dead Space so they can bring this franchise back to the new generation, and then they can do what they want with it once it's a success. They build that foundation and trust by remaking Dead Space in all of the right ways, and then they continue to do, oh, we're going to make our own Dead Space game with our own storyline. This is what we really wanted to do that we weren't able to when we remade Dead Space. So they're going to do their own fucking thing and add in these weird... You already know what EA is going to do. It's just the EA way. EA's in control of Motive. It's like someone said, oh, Michael, EA's just the publisher. It's like, no shit, but what has Motive done? Nothing but fucking Star Wars games that EA publishes. So EA basically owns that fucking studio. Or it seems like, anyway. I'm not sure why there would be any reason to be excited about the Dead Space remake. I mean, I know, you know, the boomers want to play it again, but it's like, just fucking fire up the old one. You know what I mean? I'm getting both. Jesus. I have no interest in playing Dead Space again. I didn't like it the first time around. I'd rather play the Callisto Protocol. At least that's new. And it's similar enough to Dead Space to say, okay. And it comes out sooner, too. Unless they delay it, which I don't think they will. But I think it's actually cheaper than the Dead Space remake, too. I'm going to look that up. How much is the Callisto Protocol? It's not 70, is it? I don't think it is. I think it's 60. Could be wrong. Let me see. Maybe there's not a price. Yeah, it's only 60. Well, it's $60 on Steam. That's Steam, though. What about PS5? I don't think it's... It may be 70. I don't know. It's $70. There's no way. It's $70? Well, maybe we should get, maybe we should just get the Dead Space remake instead. I mean, I'm not paying $70 for an indie game, bro. I'm sorry, but like, damn. $70 for the Callisto Protocol? Like 60, it's like, okay, you know. You know what? Maybe I changed my mind. Maybe we should go out and support the Dead Space remake instead. I think that's a little too steep on that. You know, I mean, I'm just not a fan of both games. Let's just put it that way. I'm not a fan of the. I'm not a fan of. I just don't care about playing it. I don't care about it. Damn. Shit looks so uninteresting and uninspired. It's not even funny. Like this shit. The Callisto Protocol looks so uninspired. It's not even funny. It's like. They're just both bad. They're just both... I'd rather support Call of Duty at this point. Fuck it.
Join the club. 3 donated $3.77 through Super Chat. When is the Cyberpunk stream? Respect world class.
Well, I need like a Cyberpunk expert to come in here. If we're gonna do I want to recreate that video. So I want to pull up the Crowbcat video and try and replicate what he did in that video with the current version of Cyberpunk. I think that's more interesting than just sitting around playing it. Unless we played the PS4 version day one. I mean, that's always funny. But I think, you know, that there's an interesting premise there. And what we can do is hit record and then actually compile it and say, this is, we kind of replicated the Crowbcat video with the updates in mind to see if any of that is still present, which it shouldn't be. But it would be interesting to see how much is fixed and how much they actually didn't fine-tune all these, you know, nearly 2 years later. So, but the only way we could do that is if we can identify where the fuck this shit's at. You know what I mean? So we would have to have like this Cyberpunk expert come in here and say, this is where that shit's at on the map. Because if we're going to spend 6 hours trying to find one little place, it's going to take me 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months in order to get the fucking shit done. There's a lot in that video that was shown. And a lot of areas that I'm not familiar with. So it would actually be pretty tricky to do. Callisto Protocol will be on Game Pass? Ain't no way. It's coming to Game Pass day one? I don't know about that. I don't think so. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just don't see a reason to keep the consoles. I don't see a reason to, you know, it's like, oh, we want the 4090, we want the 4090. It's like, what are you doing with the 4090? Certainly you're not playing games on it. There's no games to play. Like, if you're making crazy 8K videos or some fucking shit, you know, then that's a totally different story. But if you're buying a 4090 to play games on a 4090, I mean, you do you, but in my opinion, there's no games to utilize that hardware in a way that makes sense. So I don't care if it's free or not. I mean, if it's shit, I'm not... Dude, the Call of Duty beta, I didn't even install that. That was free. You know, I redeemed the fucking code, but I didn't feel like playing that shit. I don't want to play Call of Duty again. I've already played that in 2008. You know, I played that when Modern Warfare came out on 360. I don't need to play that again. It's the same fucking game. Oh, it's just better graphics now with motion blur. Cool. I mean, look, I'll play the campaign. Maybe. That's what I say now, but when it comes out, I'm like, well, that requires me to turn my console on and download and install it, and, you know, it's just a lot of fucking work. You know, you could argue fake gamer and all of this shit, and it's like, maybe it's true. Maybe I'm a fake gamer. I don't know. I've graduated from gaming. I moved on. Now we cover the games, just like these former quarterbacks do. They don't play football anymore. They can't. They're too old. Or they don't want to anymore, so they move on to, like, the commentating sort of side. And they just share their thoughts on the game of football, and that's kind of what we do over here. We share our thoughts on the world of video games. I'm not saying we don't play them, you know, anymore at all. I mean, we just played a game the other night. I think, anyway. Maybe we didn't. But, you know, there's just so little software for me to care about. You know what I mean? I tried to play, what was it? I tried to play the Quarry. I tried to play the Quarry, and the characters in the Quarry who the fuck wrote that shit? Like, it's so bad. It's so fucking bad. And I get it. It's like, okay, you want these characters to fucking die because they're insufferable. But it's like, dude, it's so fucking generic and it's so boring. And the graphics were weird. Like, it just, I couldn't continue. I couldn't continue. I shut it off. I already played the game. I already played a better version. Like, Until Dawn is a better game. The Quarry is not good. Retired gamer, yep, it's over. At least I'm admitting it, unlike some people. Unlike some people here on this platform that pretend to be gamers, that they don't have time to be gamers. They're putting out videos every fucking hour. How the fuck they gaming? Bullshit, they're on standby in front of that camera waiting to put up a video on this breaking news. Like, oh, like Dreamcast guy is a great example of that. I bet he's made like 2 videos today. One for Dead Space and one for fucking Cyberpunk. Let me pull this up. Dreamcast guy. Yep, CDPR. CEO quits. I don't know if that's true. I don't think he quit. I think they moved him to another branch or something, but maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But, I mean, if you're making 10-minute videos and just waiting for the news to break, like, if you're into that sort of fucking way of doing this shit, like, there's no way you have time to game. Because as soon as something happens, you have to be in front of that camera recording immediately to get up on that search. So... You should focus on talking about movies instead of games. Well, I mean, I'm passionate about Halloween Ends. I just wish we could, bring people in here to cover that. Because last time we tried to cover Halloween Ends, no one came in here, and that's just, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. But, if we can get Halloween fans in here, horror fans to talk about that shit would be fucking easy for me to do. I can come out here and talk about that shit for 3 hours long. No problem. Because I need to know how this ends. And I've read 2 of the leaked endings, and I'm not going to spoil them here. But apparently there's another ending. They did a bunch of reshoots in June, and I don't know if the real ending has leaked. So now I'm really curious on how this is going to end, because if what I read is not in the final cut, I have no idea how this ends. And now I'm even more excited. So, and the movie comes out like in 1 week from Friday. So, I just got to see how they end this. I got to see how they end this. Either it's going to work or it's going to be a total unmitigated disaster. And if it's a total unmitigated disaster, even if it is a success, despite it coming to streaming day 1, if it's critically panned, I think it's going to be a little while before we see Myers back on that big screen. I honestly do. I mean, look how long it took them after Rob Zombie's Halloween to do Halloween 2018. Nearly 10 years. Nearly 10 years. And the Rob Zombie Halloween movies still made pretty decent money. So, and that's the case for gaming too. A lot of these games make tons of money, but if they're critically panned, like Days Gone made tons of money, they might be a little bit reluctant to fucking do it again. Or it might take them some time to put it back in the oven. I mean, look how long Dead Space has been in the oven for, put on the back burner for, rather. When was the last Dead Space game? 2013? That's literally been almost a decade. Took them a decade to basically remake it. So, and Dead Space made massive money back in the day, for what it was. So it's not all about that, because if it gets bad reviews, it's like, well, maybe people are fed up. We got to think about how to bring this back in a way that makes sense so they can make more money. It's just that simple. It's what it's all about, folks. Oh, bro, Halloween Ends is gonna piss, bro. I mean, I don't even know the ending. I thought I knew the ending, but I don't even know the ending. So. Unless they use those endings. I've read 2 endings, and they sounded like I was getting pissed off reading them, okay? Because I can't spoil it, but it is going to piss so many people off, it's not even funny. New Burnout? Yeah, they'll bring Burnout back. They will bring Burnout back. It's just a matter of time. They'll bring anything back if it made money in the past. That's how it works. It's just a matter of time. We didn't think Skate was coming back. It's coming back. We didn't think Dead Space was coming back. It's coming back. I mean, I predicted the Dead Space remake like 2 years ago. I said, guys, it's going to come back. It's just a matter of fucking time. And not only that, but NCAA football is coming back too. So they're bringing everything back. Everything's coming back. It's just a matter of when, how, and, you know, what have you. I mean, I don't really watch movies either. But there's a select few movies that I care about, and we'll watch them. So. Why would you read the ending? Because they're not the real endings. I can't wait. I'm on the edge of my seat. I got to know how they end this fucking film. But basically what they said is that the endings are not used in the final cut. Now, they are real endings, but they are not used in the final cut of the film. So that means that there is a new... Now I got to see it. They just sold me on the film because now I do not know what the ending is. But even if I had known what the ending is, I got to see how it plays out. So regardless, I'm going to see the movie, and I'm excited regardless of whether or not it's spoiled. Because if I'm not spoiled, I don't know. If I am spoiled, I got to see how they actually do it. Because reading it on paper, it might be cool or it might not be. But now I got to see how they're executing this. So regardless of if I'm spoiled or not, I'm still seeing the movie. If that makes any fucking sense. Still excited to see the movie, you know? Because it's like I said, if you go into a restaurant and you say this restaurant sucks, even if it does, no one wants to hear that. So by me coming out here and bitching about games, it's a thing of the past. Like it was a genre before, back in like 2011, 10, but it isn't now. No one wants to hear this shit. They don't care if it's true or not. It's not like, oh my God, Michael's telling it like it is. Holy shit. That's not interesting anymore. They don't give a fuck. No one cares anymore. You know, unless you can put something together like Crowbcat, where it's like this very amusing, fucking entertaining thing, which I don't have the talent to do. But with that said, if you can just sit out here and tell people what they want to hear, it is a formula for success. Because if you go into a restaurant or wherever and you say, oh, this place is great, I just love it. Oh man, the pizza was amazing. Everyone's going to love you. The establishment's going to love you. The customer's going to be like, damn, I agree. Now you come in there and say the pizza sucks, or it's not where it needs to be, they're kicking your ass right out. So it's like a real life situation. Just apply that logic to the internet here in terms of covering games, and you have to just, you can't share your real opinion unless you want to have a little small minuscule audience. But if you want to play Young Yeah, if you want to play Alana Pierce, if you want to play all of these other shills, you're going to have to toe the line and keep your mouth closed and just be a mouthpiece for these corporations, because that's all you do. The only time where you can say a game sucks is if the general consensus is that, like Saints Row. You can come out and it's objectively, but not objectively, but you won't burn any bridges in the industry if you come out and say this game sucks when everyone else is saying that. It's acceptable within the industry. So if it gets tanked on Metacritic and you're in the industry and you have contacts and all this shit, you can go down. That's why Skill Up and Young Yeah and a lot of peers and ACG, all these people are connected within this industry. They have contacts. They have people that they know. They can't bash into the walls at all. These people cannot bash into the walls at all. And I don't give a fuck. Like I've already tried to get into that world. It's so fucking boring. I want it out. You know, it was like homework. Like, oh, they actually sent me a review code. Kind of didn't really want to play it, but now I got to. Now I got to put it up before this.
The Sony Punk donated $2 through Super Chat. Michael, will you taking the Gamer Girl Tuffy movie?
The Gamer Girl doesn't exist. She never did, and it's so sad. You know, it's just no. So the answer is no. Yeah, I got to start chilling. I'm dead ass being honest with you. If I started chilling, you know, there would be at least a boost in subscribers. No one wants to subscribe to this channel because it's abrasive content, you know? It's not aligning with what they want to hear. If I told everyone in this chat what they wanted to hear, they'd love my ass, you know? There wouldn't be much blowback. But you tell people what they don't want to hear, and they get mad and upset. And that's just the way it is, you know? That's just how it is. So that's how it is. Nostalgia is selling. They don't care if it's quality. Yeah. 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 Well, nostalgia is a powerful drug. Nostalgia is a powerful drug. You can't shill Michael ever. Well, when I got review codes, I felt pressure to shill, even if they never hinted or suggested that I had to. I actually felt pressure to shill because it's like, okay, they're sending me this game early, and granted it wasn't a big release, but still.
Charlie Mad donated $2 through Super Chat. Was the game a girl fake Mackle? No more dates?
Yeah, probably. I mean, anyone can say they're a girl online. I mean, you know, geez, it's just that simple. Charlie Mad coming through. Halloween Resurrection ruined H2O's ending. Well, that's what I'm saying here. I mean, even if there's definitive closure, Alan, with Halloween Ends, and they actually kill the boogeyman, and we're talking to actually put closure to this bullshit, they can always undo it with the next film. They can just say, like, oh, it wasn't the real Michael Myers. You know, they could pull that shit again, or it was a dream. You know, there's always ways to kind of come out of that if they had to. If you know, Halloween Ends rather. If it exceeds expectations, they can always figure out a way to make it continue. And I think there's going to be a plot point here within this film. And again, I'm not going to spoil it, where they could go in that direction, but only if it would only make sense if they actually brought back David Gordon Green. So, and I'm assuming that they haven't figured that out just yet, because they're now working on The Exorcist for 3 movies. I don't think they have the rights to Halloween after this movie. I think that contract is over with, and they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with the Halloween franchise going forward. So I think a lot of this depends on how this film does, if it's going to meet expectations, if it's going to exceed expectations, and what the critics think of it. Obviously, it's a horror movie, so it's going to get critically panned just for that alone. But within the context of the 3rd movie in the trilogy, it's going to have to do a lot of work to win people back over, because Halloween 2018 most people thought that was higher quality than obviously Kills, so it's going to have to at least hit that mark with its presentation and just kind of the flow of the story, and you know, things have to kind of make sense, and you know, these characters have to kind of like start putting their thinking cap on here. You know, okay, it's time to actually kill the boogeyman. How do we do it? You know, geez, you know, I mean, it's really that fucking simple. Yeah, well, Scream was like some fourth wall shit. It was too complex for my brain, so it didn't click with me. It's like, oh, they're watching Halloween on the TV. These are the rules of not getting killed or something. Like, I don't understand any of that. I'm retarded. The Exorcist should have never been touched. Well, yeah, well, you know, it's just the way it is. The mask is behind everything. Well, that's what they're alluding to. I mean, there's only so much you can do with it. I mean, good luck to the next person that remakes it, because, I mean, how many times can you rehash the same story? You know what I mean? How many times can you rehash the same story of Michael Myers going up and down the streets of Haddonfield? I mean, you can only do so much with that. So, you know, I respect them for trying something new here with Halloween Ends, but at the same time, if the execution is trash, then that idea on paper is only going to get you so far. About my fiance, Michael Myers mask in the UK. Sweet. Horror movies are so cringe. Well, I mean, I don't really watch horror movies. There's nothing really that. I mean, I agree. There's a lot of horror movies out there that are total garbage. It's like gaming. You know, you have to kind of pick and choose what you want to watch, and what's worthwhile. The face is slightly burnt on one side. Yeah. Well, now we're talking about Halloween. We just lost like 40 viewers. That's the problem. I'd love to talk about this, but we might have to just do it on a separate channel or something. I don't know how to do it. But clearly doing it over here just isn't going to. I'd rather have 10 people in here that actually fucking just want to like go with this conversation. But, you know, I'd have to just boot up the only The Halloween OnlyFans. Or Halloween channel.
Charlie Mad donated
Charlie
$2
Mad.
through Super Chat. If you had chill Elden Ring, you would be rich now.
Well, I mean, we'd have certainly more subscribers and probably more people watching. But since we went against the grain, they were like, holy shit, this guy's from planet space, outer space. Like, oh my god, how could he have this opinion? Like, such a terrible take. He's just the contrarian troll looking for attention. It's like, no, I genuinely don't think that game's that great, but hey, I guess I'm the big fucking weirdo for having a different opinion than you, you know? I mean, I'm not, you know, it's just one of those things. But yeah, I agree. If I shilled Elden Ring, that would have been a success. So if I really cared about numbers and clout chasing and shit like that, I would just literally conform, because that is a more successful route. I mean, clearly it is. There's plenty of channels that have like way more subscribers than they should, and there's zero content on the channel. This is because they conform and they say what they, you know, needs to be said. Dead Space trailer? Well, we could take a look, but we're losing battery here quick, folks. I'll tell you. Let me see. Yeah, we're losing battery really quick here. It says 12%, so we're going to have to wrap this up within the next couple of minutes, but I can't even see the screen right now. This sun's fucking trash. So we got to go anyway because this angle's trash and the battery is dying. But we're just going to close this. And we wanted to break in here for this Cyberpunk shit. But it was fun watching that video. You know, just can't ever get enough of that video. It's so fucking crazy. There's so much going on in that video. It's just hard to remember all of it, but just a masterpiece. So we're gonna wrap this up shortly here as we have to. The battery is dying. The sun's fucking trash with this angle, and we might be back later. So if you are new, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. The John Carpenter scores for the last couple of Halloween movies have been pretty great. Yeah, that's a pretty cool addition. I think I like that a lot. It's always been great to have him back and his son. Real question, is gaming dead or not? Have we just grown out of it? To be honest with you, it's mainly we've grown out of it. I'm gonna be dead ass with you. And the reason why I say that is because there's other people that have the, I mean, you know, I mean, if you're like in high school and you're growing up with the games today, like you're gonna love the games of today, and you're gonna, you know, ultimately reminisce about them in 20 years, or 15 years, 10 years, you know. So it's just we've grown out of them. I'm sorry to admit that, but it's just the reality of it. Like, bro, I can't hide from that. Like, I've grown out of this hobby. You know, and I'm not saying I'm out totally, but like, bro, there's no reason for me to jump back in. Like, I don't want to sit there and play video games anymore. Like, I'm dead ass. It's not anti-gamer. It's just like, you have to give me a reason to want to play your game. And there's no reason. It's the same old rehashed bullshit with a new coat of paint. Like, I don't want to play a Dead Space remake. Like, it just doesn't appeal to me. I'd rather play something that's interesting, something that's unique. You know, and very seldom do games like that come out. That's why when a game like Silent Hill Shattered Memories comes out, I'm like, fuck, this is amazing. It's incorporating my choices, my decisions. It's moving away from that tiresome combat bullshit where it's like, what if you don't fight in a game? What if you have to fucking, like, run? Now, granted, that does get repetitive, and I'm not saying the game's perfect, but, you know, that's a game right there, Silent Hill Shattered Memories, on the Wii exclusively, not on PS2 or PSP. Silent Hill Shattered Memories on the Wii, that's one that I'd recommend. That's one that I have fond memories of, and your choices matter. It's great. It's a fucking great, unique experience that you can't find anywhere else. Zombie U on the Wii U exclusively. Another great, unique survival horror title. That's another great fucking experience, only on Wii U, because it integrated the hardware perfectly. And if you're not playing on that hardware, you're going to miss out. It's not going to have the same experience. It was designed for that hardware in mind initially. So, and in both of those games, a lot of people don't like them because they're different and they're weird and they're unique. And I'm not saying they're perfect. They got definitely problems. And, you know, you could argue both of those games that I mentioned are repetitive, but every game is pretty fucking repetitive. Alien Isolation is an overrated game. Alien Isolation is an overrated game. You literally play hide and seek with the monster, the alien, for the whole fucking game. Like, trim the fat, guys. You know? Like, oh, the alien's chasing me. Wow. You know, that's just utterly fantastic. You know, geez. Okay, we're doing this for the next 18 hours. Riveting. No, I'm turning that shit off. You want to talk about a repetitive game? Alien Isolation. Overrated, bro. That is an overrated game. It's one of those internet darling games like, oh yeah, Alien Isolation. Holy shit, they need to make a sequel to this. It's like, maybe they don't. Because you just sit around and like run away from the fucking hide and seek with the alien. Like for 8 hours straight, 12 hours straight, however long. It's not that great. All right, guys, we got to get out of here. This computer's starting to lag. It is on super, super low battery. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show, and we will see you later. It's over.